now what's going to happen? We're going to see if my friend Bo has his technical difficulties done. The internet is so weird. I've had a couple situations today happen, but I'm going to go find my friend Bo, and today we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to talk about: getting recurring income above and above your recurring bills, and that's what we'll talk about. If I can get some volume going here. Test 1 2. Can't hear you.
I was just kidding.
Okay.
I was just moving my mic. Gotcha.
You got me. April Fools.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to switch. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone now because it wasn't going to work on my computer. I don't know why. I'm not muted, but we did a little run and it didn't work. So I'm here, buddy.
Yeah. See, there's always a way. You got to innovate. It's just the way that it's going to be.
Why is our phone more reliable than our computer? I want to know.
I think they could be, but there's certain things you can do on your phone that you can't do on your computer, and I run into that sometimes. I try and do as much as I can on my phone.
Yeah.
Because part of my freedom dream is to be mobile and be able to do what I want. Instead of carrying around a laptop computer, I can just...
The freedom dream. I love it.
That's what I got. I like to be, I like to do what I want, when I want, where I want, how I want.
I want. Can you hear me okay being on my phone?
Actually, very good. I can hear you.
Okay, this is very positive. Here we go.
Yes, sir. So here's what we're talking about today.
What are we talking about?
Recurring income from your recurring bills.
You're going to have to elaborate, Brad.
I will. This came to me a long time ago. I was doing a program and a guy said, if you make $1 over your outgo, you're financially free, which makes sense. You know, if you've got all your expenses are paid for, your necessities and your entertainment and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're making automatically with pillow payments and stuff.
Yes.
$1 over, you're financially free.
Okay.
So
I support that.
That's what, we talk about mailbox power. And that's one of the things I think is really cool for me right now is I like the postcard concept. It's much more dependable than this crazy internet thing.
Yeah.
Providing that the mailbox platform doesn't fall apart.
Right.
But
right.
I'm currently earning more than I'm spending with mailbox power. So that is a positive, profitable thing.
That's a good deal.
Because you're not earning any commissions off your cell phone right now. I don't think.
No, I'm not. I have a few things as an affiliate that generate a little revenue for me.
I do too.
Reportable income, right? So it's more than a couple nickels that I have to declare in taxes, which means it's successful. It's good, and I like that. I like having a few streams, and I like, we talk about mailbox power and the fact that we can deliver joy, deliver smiles, right? And also make some money doing it or helping others do that is cool.
Well, the mail has been around for a long time since they used the Pony Express. Can you imagine that these days? Can you imagine a Pony Express going to Hawaii? I don't think so.
Yeah. No, that sounds a little bit far-fetched.
But it's something you can depend on, because I've got some stuff. I'll talk more when we get off of here. But these technological things, they frustrate the hell out of you. You post something up there and you try and figure out how come it's not there. Yeah. All these platforms have so much going on that things work, then they don't. And we got a comment came in through here.
I know. And we're even starting late. So for somebody to be tuning in, I'm impressed.
It's a
clap or a wave. Hey.
It might be Cindy Lee. She sent me a private message, and this is on a different platform right now because I was going to put it onto my Magic Brad Show one, and I didn't. I put it on something else.
Okay.
We'll talk about.
Are we in AGC or?
No, we're not. Because that's the one that didn't go through, whether it be technology or whatever. And I'll discuss more. I'm confused. So we're not on the AGC group right now.
Okay.
They'll have to find it some other way.
All right. Here we go.
But that's the frustration with technology. And the wonderful thing about something like mailbox power is if you got someone's mailbox address,
yep,
they get it.
Yeah, they do. They get it. It actually it's received.
Happy National Dolphin Day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dana Point.
You know, dolphins are amazing. We had a kind of a bucket list item for my wife. Always wanted to swim with dolphins, and we had the privilege of doing that once upon a time out in Hawaii, and it was magical. And the pictures that I have of her and that experience are just amazing because the smile is unbreakable.
We did it. We went to I think it was Tulum. Did you do the Superman thing?
No. What is that?
These dolphins, you lay on your stomach. They get behind. They put their noses in the middle of your foot, the palm of your foot,
and push you.
2 of them, and they push you forward, and then you go up in the air. And
it's amazing what they can train those wild animals to do.
I don't even know how it physically works. How do you balance a human on your nose?
I love it. I love it. Oh man, I lost track. What were we going to say?
We were talking about mailbox power, and then Cindy brought up National Dolphin Day.
Yeah, and then we go off. That's what we do. We just follow the path where it goes. Yeah, mailbox power. I was going to say that I was on a. You talk about digital, maybe digital advertising versus the mailbox, and I was on a call with a guy who's he's in marketing, right? And he sells digital marketing. Right. He sells all kinds of things in that space, and he works with clients that spend tens of thousands of dollars a month in marketing and advertising. And what the increase in costs has been just in the last few months compared to a year ago with, say, Facebook advertising or online keyword search, pay-per-click kind of stuff. And the increase is overwhelming. It was already expensive a year ago, and the numbers have climbed dramatically, and nobody minds paying it if it's bringing the returns. Like you said, it goes back. If you make the $1 extra on what you spent, then you're cash flush. It's okay, but you're seeing some not working out that well. Whereas a mailbox power concept can work, right?
I still go back and forth with the efficacy of the digital thing. I'm getting more and more not so impressed with it because, okay, granted, you spend $20,000 a month on pay-per-click ads and you're making 25,000, so you're cash positive, right?
Yeah.
But say 80% of those clicks are fluff.
Right.
I'm wasting all that. That's kind of like ordering a bunch of French fries and you get 6 of them. They're edible and the other ones aren't. That's just not fair.
That's a good comparison. Yeah, and that's not acceptable either.
It is not. That's the point with this digital stuff is we have no way of knowing that click, if that click was, if someone walks into a restaurant, you know that they're going to probably eat.
Right.
It isn't just somebody's going to walk in, click on the table and walk out.
Absolutely.
That's what happens on the internet. And our friend Cindy Lee's got some more to say here. She says, I use mailbox power to show gratitude to excursion companies. Oh, she does excursion companies. I have sent a mug, card, and brownies to the owner of the whole excursion, the whale excursion company. Not whole, whale.
The tool is pretty remarkable. So we had our AGC 3-year, right? Last week. And while we were there, I had a table set up, right? For mailbox power and showcase some of the items that you could send or ship and all that, right? Yes. Accelerated global connections. And, so that was cool because as a sponsor, I had that opportunity, and I used one of the items is a metal print you can order through Mailbox Power. So I created a QR code that took people to a landing page that was basically collecting name and address, right? Mm-hmm. That's all it was. It wasn't showing them, taking them to our website. It wasn't taking them to my betterappreciation.com, any of those things. It was just to collect their information. But I explained to them, please scan this and fill out the info. And you are going to automatically create something. I had already set up a campaign that was tied to that address book. And if they put their information in properly, an order was going to be created and shipped, and they were going to receive a gift from me.
Right.
And I told her, try to explain, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to stuff an envelope. I'm not going to print a thing. I'm not going to package a thing. I literally am not going to do anything because it took me maybe 5 minutes to set the automation in the group up, get the QR code for that. And I want you to see how, instead of me talking about this experience that this can create, I want you to feel it. I want you to actually go through it. And so I had a few different people that received the items. I think that our event was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
By Monday, they were all delivered. So it was quick turnaround, right? Thursday printed in the mail. People got them on Monday. I had one of them was a guy that I met, Marquise, and he did a video. He did a video, an unboxing of like what happened when he got this box. And he reached out to me, sent me an email, like, man, I made a video to share with people. Like, this is really cool. And one of these days I'll have to download it and like share it on here, his video, because the package I bought through the design studio it looked like the card looked like the cover of like a priority mailing box. Okay. Right? So that's what the card looked like. That's what the Brownie label looked like, that it was priority mailing. But in the banner of where the priority would be, it put the individual's names on it. It looked so pro, like it was really well done. And then, there was a little verbiage on the inside saying that they'll click past your email, they'll do this, they'll do that, but they're going to open the actual mail, and actually thinking inside the box can be more effective than outside the box, as in sending a box. So the reception from a few different people that reached out, like, wow, this is fantastic. I can't wait to tell people about this service, because if that's as easy as it was, and this is what I received, this is amazing. So that was cool. Right. And, now they have a solution if they're like, man, I need to lean into somebody. I need to thank a vendor. I need to thank somebody, but I want to be unique about it, but I don't want it to be too much work. What can I do? Now they know there's a solution out there. It's really professional.
Yeah, I like how simple it is, because and the idea of them experiencing it instead of trying to sell them on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just scanned it in, and they're incentivized to put in their real address so they
Correct.
get the gift. Whereas some people, like with email and stuff, I've got a Gmail address and a Yahoo address that I use for junk stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll use that so I don't get the barrage of autoresponders and stuff.
Right.
But if someone's willing to send me brownies, I'll put my address in.
Right. And my commitment to them is that I have to be honest, that I don't have it set up well to have an email drip that's going to keep sending things to them and all of that. Right. So I said, I'm not going to spam you. I want you to receive this. But then if you like what you saw and you have if it piques your interest, then let's connect. And I may send a follow-up text. I may make a quick call, say, hey, did you get it? What'd you think? And anything I can do to help you if you want to use a service like this. Right. That's up to me to follow up and be a part of that. I use the same service. So this is amazing. Like I do marketing. I think I'm pretty well versed in like different ideas, right? But I'm an insurance agent by trade. And one of the things that I'm struggling to get right now is reviews, even though I have really happy clients, but I'm not getting them to get a review, right? So what's the solution? Well, a guy that I work with, a vendor, just shared with me just the other day. He's like, hey, have you thought about, I didn't even ask him the question. He just was giving me info, right? Or insight. Have you thought about making a QR code, which I'm well versed in, making a QR code and directing people directly to the Google landing page for leaving a review? And I'm like, boy, I've sent emails to people. I've done this, but I have not printed a sheet. So instead of just making the QR code, finding landing page, saving that, you can take the hyperlink and make a QR code. It's very easy to do. You can do it right. You can right click off of basically any browser and it'll say create QR for this page. You can do that without even going to Canva or anywhere else, right? There's easy ways to do it. Or QR Monkey is one. Anyways, yeah. So I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. And guess what? I can use Mailbox Power. So instead of making like a piece of paper that's going to get kind of beat up or flimsy on my desk, I have to tape down. What did I do? I went and put the QR code on 4 stick-ups, right? Because the stick-ups are cool. So these are re-adhesive kind of stickers, right? They're like fabric and they don't leave a mess, and they can take them off, reuse them, take them off, reuse them. So now they're on their way, right? They were printed yesterday, should be shipped, and I should see them probably Monday, which is awesome. So I'm going to put them on each desk at my office. And so when we have somebody in our office that had a good experience, we're just going to be able to easily say, they all have their phones. Will you do me a favor, scan this? And either right now do a review, or now it's on their phone and they either have to swipe up and clear it out, or they'll see it and they'll be like, now it's time to leave a review for these guys. Right. So awesome.
the QR codes have definitely made, the good thing about COVID is it made QR codes very popular. And by strange coincidence, our friend Cindy Lee posted another great idea is to send a card with
Look at that.
QR code for clients to post a review on your brand. I also do a QR code birthday song.
Ooh,
QR codes are the bomb, she says.
they are
Bomb.com.
thebomb.com. I agree, Cindy. I love the resurgence of them. And I don't know if either of you saw, I think I tagged you in a thing, Brad, but uh, our friend Machen, who is also a Mailbox Power user, right? He shared insight in the QR world that's beyond my level, QR code world. But so he works with other companies too, but they'll send postcards, right? Or greeting cards that have a QR code on it. But he has it using a specific service where the data, it's so fine tuned. It's based on address.
Mhm.
So you know how you're sending a QR code out on, say, one of your mailers, right?
Yeah.
And you can check and see maybe how many times that code has been swiped. You
Sure.
can, right? There's you can get some data behind that if you use a certain service, right? Or you're just looking at your website hits have improved if that's where you're driving people, right? All that makes sense, and I was aware of that. I can grasp that. But he shared this concept of literally down to the geo code. You would be able to see which addresses actually scan that.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can know that's an interested party, maybe. So now I can retarget and retarget and retarget, right? I can keep sending because they're inclined to scan a QR code because they did it once. Now that is taking data. It's better than the whole retargeting online, right?
Yeah, because quite honestly, that stuff gets obnoxious to me as a user.
Yeah.
If I go on to Amazon, I check out, like I just looked at a security camera on Amazon, and all of a sudden I'm starting to get these little pop-ups all the time. And it's like,
That's all you see.
they're irritating.
Yeah.
And with the QR code and the mailbox power, it's kind of like two different things. If you've got a cold list, you can send them a QR code, and then they can opt in and put in their address and things, and
Sure.
other data and stuff. Because
Yeah.
you can add that, like in the forms. Can't you add those other merge fields? Couldn't you create? I'm not sure if you can do that, but I'd like to check.
Yeah, it's a good question. You
Able
can
to add
get quite a bit
additional.
of data, but I'm not sure how much. And that's the other part, like on the whole "I need your address" link, right?
Mhm.
You can make that look. It can be genuine. They can see your face. You can have a specific message, right? That they'll know this is real. This isn't fraudulent. Because you have to be cautious these days, right? You can't just
Sure.
scan anything and everything. But if you feel like there's some integrity there, you will scan it. And
Well, I get that all the time. A little sidebar that because I always ask people to get on a video Zoom like this.
Yeah.
And they say, yes, I would do that. And then they ask me some more questions, and they're still pushing their crap. And then I ask him, you ready to do it now? And he goes, well, I'm really busy right now. Let's schedule for tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah, right. And then if they do schedule, then all of a sudden there's this thing where they're, not sure. I think there's something wrong with my camera. Is it okay if we just talk with our voice, right?
yeah.
So red flag.
I think you're really good about that part, about saying, hey, listen, why don't we just jump on a Zoom? Because you'd rather see them. You'd rather talk to them. Hey, if I need to
see their
screen
lips
share,
move.
right? Yeah. I mean, the idea, like right now, right? I mean, if it was on my computer, I'd be able to say, man, let me screen share this video this guy shared, right? But unfortunately, I'm on my phone, and that's just not going to work the same way. But we have technology at our fingertips that allows us to do things like that, so we can be on the same page. What I've discovered, right, is that most people aren't aware that there's services like Mailbox Power in existence. They just aren't aware that there's actually a solution that's that good, And
There are, because there are a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap out there. I just saw another posting of someone that did a whole big thing about something being a scam.
Yeah.
Because a smart guy that's techie can create, like, say, a lead generator system, a system.
uh-huh.
He can figure out how to get this stuff to have with, buying solo ads at $1 a click and then selling them for $3 a click. You can profit by selling junk.
Yeah. You're right.
People do that, whereas Mailbox Power is a legitimate thing. They've got a real office with real people in the office and all that. I don't trust all those goofy things that have a fancy dancy video on there with all this cool sound and music and
Yeah.
Lamborghinis and yachts and all that.
Yeah.
Don't trust it at all.
And I'll tell you, that's one of the things that I like about the Mailbox Power group, right? The leadership and the other members and all that, is that there isn't any of that, right? Sure, there's people making a great income, right? Passive, if you call it that, but certainly monthly recurring, which is great. And some people have been able to leave a certain job because this makes them enough money and all that, right? That's great. There's no promises of, this incredible amount of money. There is no Lamborghini, there's none of that. It's just, hey, I can help you.
It isn't a money thing. It's more of a service thing. This is a platform that allows you to send postcards, greeting cards, and personalized gifts to the United States Postal Service.
Yep.
That's all it really is. And then if you want, you can become a affiliate, which is free.
Mm-hmm.
None of this, pay to make money kind of thing.
Right.
Affiliate, and you get that little link on the back here.
Yeah.
Like on mine right here, it's mailboxpower.com/magicbrad, and that's my affiliate link, my personal affiliate link. So someone goes to that, they're going to be connected to me when they buy the service.
Right. Right.
And,
it's like everything else, right? They tie it back to you. And so that code is important. And what's different now than even a year ago is that there is no code to enter, right? There isn't an ability to put, like, if you go to land on mailboxpower.com, you can't enter a code to, like you and I each have one, but it's no longer like an option. It's like, it has to be, you got to hit the link. And so cookies are a powerful thing right now, right? So if you've sent something to somebody and you drop that goes on their computer, right? So that if they ever decide to move forward and become a user, it's tied back to you, right?
Well, there is another thing I want to call out on that, because of the technological part of it, is some people have things hooked up to their computer that doesn't allow cookies. So the ability to do something like this and being open and transparent and authentic, and send your postcard with your real face on it, so they know that it's really you, there's a higher likelihood that they will call you up and say, could you give me your affiliate link so I make sure that you get credited for it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then you can give them the specific site, go there, and it'll, you're exactly right. Yeah, good catch, good point, good observation.
Well, it's about authenticity, because there's so much junk on the internet, man. It's crazy. And 22 minutes, dude.
And that's the key, is that you don't, like, neither one of us want to be tied to something that's not good, right? I mean, I don't spend all day talking about this.
But some people don't know that they're getting into something that's not good. This is a little bit off topic, but there's a lot of stuff out there that looks good on the outside, but it's not so good on the inside.
Yep.
And I've been in some, and they were using software that I'm familiar with, so I know what they did inside of there.
Yeah. Well, we're going long. We're 23 minutes. I want to say one more thing, if I could.
Please.
Okay. Recently, Mailbox Power launched an app called The Collective. Okay. Or The Post. I'm sorry. It's called The Post, but inside that, I'm in the Collective group. What I wanted to share is the fact that there is an abundance mentality with this organization. And for those that don't know, that there's an abundance mentality and scarcity mentality. Abundance mentality says, I got a great idea. I've got something that works for me, and I want to share it with everybody, even if it's my competition, because it's a great idea. Scarcity says, ooh, I want to keep this one to myself because it's going to help me level up, and I'm not real worried about those around me. And this whole culture at Mailbox Power that everybody shares in this group, this app they have, that's what it's going to be all about, is people sharing, like, wow, here's a card I sent and here's the results that it had. Here's this. That is glorious. I've been part of other things that it wasn't quite like that, where somebody's like, no, this is I figured it out and I just am not going to share. Why? So I'm thankful that I wasn't wired that way. I
understand how some people have that scarcity mentality because they think that it's like limited, and things are kind of limited, but how many insurance agents are there in the United States?
There's a whole lot of them. Yeah.
So you have a lot of competition.
I do. And, Wendy McGee, our new brand ambassador, right, at Mailbox Power. She's awesome. But she actually called that out on me because I was part of the insurance masterclass, right? So I recorded multiple videos for Mailbox Power to share with insurance agents about how to use the system successfully and why you'd want to use it, right? Now it could easily have been, no. I don't want to share my secrets. I don't want to, do this and that. But that thought never crossed my mind. Like, no, I don't want to promote myself. So I made sure there's no branding. And I want this to be successful for others because I don't think most of our industry do a nice enough job of saying thank you and leaning back into the people that pay our bills. And if it's a brownie package that can make their day, fabulous.
It's going to help everybody in the entire industry.
Yeah, it does. It levels it up. It elevates.
You got the timeshare industry and you got the insurance industry, and people say, you know what? My insurance guy sends me all sorts of gifts. Every once a month I get something. And then, so what did you get from your timeshare sales guy?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So it lifts the whole industry up.
Well, and I could say this. So I had a client who I think I maybe shared this last week or 2 weeks ago, but I had a client that was going through a complicated claim. There was some frustration. It was just some little lack of understanding. It's ignorance because they just haven't been down this path before. But yet I understand the whole process pretty well. And but was frustrated and actually on the way out the door said something kind of under their breath about how another company kind of sounds better and better every day because of the lack, not because of the service we're providing, but because of the lack of understanding. There's frustration. That's just being human. Mm-hmm. Now it would have been easy to be like, forget you. Good luck. See ya. Gotta go. I'm not going to help you. Right? It's not how I'm wired. You know how I'm wired?
How are you wired?
I went on the system to Mailbox Power and I created a complicated claim gift box with brownies. It said, we're here for you. We're with you. Now that elevates the industry.
Oh, totally.
That was different. So then when they received that in the mail Monday, they called and like, man, that was so thoughtful. Do you know how much?
So you it was that, what is it? Like a warning box or something like that, or
I sent a gift box on the top. It was literally a complicated claim. It had their name on it, and there was 2 brownies inside. And they won. The
survival kit.
The survival kit, exactly. Yeah, it's complicated claim survival kit. And so it was personalized to them. And it was kind of like, I don't know how you did this. That's cool, right? That's my secret. But it took all the negative energy out of the room. Right. It just everybody could settle down for a second. And so me taking the energy I could have taken off the conversation and turn it into something I knew was going to make their day immediately got rid of the tension in my office when I was creating it. Then you add the callback to one of my employees. They didn't get a chance to talk to me, but they talked to him and like, wow, thank you so much. I never received anything like that. Now that elevates an industry.
Totally. It's totally different than someone comes in and says, I've got problems with this claim. And you say, well, why don't you go get in your car and go grab a cup of coffee, come back in about 40 minutes, then I'll have some information.
Yeah.
Or you put them in the lobby and say, why don't you sit down here? And we've got this person that's going to rub your feet and they're going to rub your shoulders and we'll get you some hot soup and we'll have it done in about 7 minutes.
Yeah. That's a lot nicer and a better experience than telling somebody to go chase a parked car. You know what I mean? That's what my dad used to always say.
Could you hold, please? No, don't go.
Yeah. My dad used to say when he was frustrated or somebody was frustrated, he'd say, go chase a parked car. Well, no, that's not going to end well. Like you're going to run into it. What are you doing?
Pound sand, right?
Pound sand. It's right there with that. So anyways, yes, you're right. It's I love the fact that the organization we both represent has that mentality that they want to share ideas. Like an event planner, if you're in the event space, will share with you what helped them drive engagement for their event. They're not afraid to share that, even though you might be a direct competitor. That's amazing to me, right?
Here's Bo's link. If anybody wants to connect with Bo here, it's Better Appreciation, which I think it actually is. It is being better. And then I've got one. Where in the heck is it going here? This is what I use because of my magic stuff. The magic.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, we went 30 minutes. It was great to connect.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah. Woo!
Okay, in the green room. That's what Cindy always says. Woohoo.
Woohoo. Bye, Cindy. Thanks for chiming in.
See you, Bo.
See you, dude.
Just like that. That's what we're talking about. This platform called Mailbox Power. I call it my magic marketing tool, and it shows betterappreciation.com with Bo. And this is what it's about. We're actually earning money from our monthly bill on that, which is pretty cool. And all it takes is the affiliate thing. And I believe that affiliate marketing is going to become very, very popular. It's going to be the new 9-to-5 job, I think. We got one more comment. It might have been our friends. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it. For those that don't know, check in with Cindy Lee. She's a travel agent down in California. That's all I got for now. So peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off on the radio today. That's all I got to say.